everyone, and welcome to My Organized Life, where I'm trying to get my life organized. If you're new to the channel, a huge hello and welcome to you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Today we're going to be doing a budget check-in for my May Paycheck number 1. So this is my budget binder. I use the PDF version of the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook. So I've got that in here as well as some other online resources. So we're just going to flip to May. And I'm going to flip straight to my trackers here. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing to check into my budget is just to make sure that my amounts match with how much I have left in each account. So starting with these two, because I kind of do that before we get started. So I do have this started here. So in my Debit Plus, I should have $56.86, and that is what I did have. And then in my basic savings, I should have $275.92, which is what I did have. So those are accurate. So next we're just going to go through and count the cash and make sure that that's what we have there. So I'm just going to add this up as we go. So let's see, for cab money we've got 10, 15, 20, 25. For lunch money I've got $20. So I'm probably going to have to borrow from cab money, which isn't a huge deal because I don't really think I'll need cab money, but I do still have 5 days of work. Let's put this on memory. So I do have 5 days at work, so 20 divided by 5 would put me at $4 meals, which just is not very convenient. I can't see that happening, so I'll definitely have to borrow from cab money there. For groceries, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Let's see, and in takeout, I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. Miscellaneous, I've got 20, 40, 50, 60. Sorry if the camera's a little wobbly. I've got kitties that are kind of coming and going off of the shelf that I have my phone stand connected to. Okay, we didn't have any cash in beauty, so the next is pet. We've got 20, 40, 50, 55, and 60. So we're at $325 for cash. Okay, and then for change, I've got $5 of change from my cab money, so I'm just going to include that there rather than taking it out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $25, $50, $75, 1. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90. So plus 90 cents. So $13.90. So I already don't like this because this is ending in 70 and apparently I have $13.90 and change. So if we add that with the $325 from cash, it says I have $338.90, which is more than it says I should have. Why does this keep happening? Okay, minus $337.70. So $1.20 off. That's strange. I mean, it's definitely not a huge deal, but it is weird. So I am actually going to, let's see, today's the 14th. Okay, I'm just going to write in big letters that this is check-in. And then I'm going to write that this is an adjustment. I'm going to add $1.20. So $1.20 plus $337.70 should equal what we actually have, $338.90. And this is just so I can kind of keep track. So I know that halfway through I was $1.20 unaccounted, not unaccounted for. I have $1.20 extra. So that way through the second half, if there's any errors, I can see how much difference it is there. And then I can just kind of go from there. Whether or not I include this into closing my paycheck, I'm not sure. I probably won't. I think this will just be for tracking purposes only. But to me, I still feel like this is cheating if my budget is off. This is technically fixing it. I wouldn't actually do that when closing the paycheck. So I already know that when closing my paycheck, I'm going to be a little bit off, but I'm going to account that to getting the wrong change back as well, because I just don't know how this keeps happening. But I'm okay with having $1.20 more than I should. So that is fine there. Okay, so that is it for that checking in process. And the reason why I like to do this is it's easier to go back through a week's worth of purchases to fix any errors. However, if I was missing money, I'd probably go back through and look. But since I have more money than I should, I don't think going through anything is going to help me. I'm usually pretty exact with my receipts and everything, so I don't think I missed any money here. But I could go back. I could go back through that if I wanted to, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so next we're going to be going through my Walmart MasterCard to see all of the purchases and payments that I've made so far this month. Okay, so if this is to be believed, I have hardly used my MasterCard so far this month, which is, it's definitely a good thing. Everything else on here should be part of last month's. So let's see, on the 12th, I made a payment. And that was $86, so that would be a deposit of $86. Okay, and then today, on the 14th, I did splurge and I bought gems for a game that I play on my phone. So Google Play, that was $1.29. I am going to go and get a Google Play card though, with my miscellaneous money, so that way I'm not using my card for this. And that is literally it. That is all that I have done since the 7th. So that is very exciting, actually. So let's see. So we're going to start with owing. So we're starting with $607.57. So $607.57. Let's see. With our owing, if we make a purchase, we owe more. So we add purchases and subtract payments. So we're going to subtract 86. So that should be $521.57, and then we're going to add $1.29. So this should be $522.86. And then for usable, it's the opposite. So if we make a payment, we add to the usable because our usable amount goes up, and if we make a purchase, we subtract. So our usable is starting with $392.43 plus 86. So that's $478.43 minus $1.29. So $477.14. And then I'm just going to add these two to make sure it equals 1,000 because that is my limit on my card. So it does in fact equal 1,000. So this is everything so far this paycheck. I'm really hoping to keep it very short for this month. There's not a lot that I plan on using my card for. There are a couple payments that will be coming off throughout the month that normally do, like my Photoshop and my HP Instant Ink. But other than that, I'm hoping that the only thing that goes on here is payments. Last month, I bought Rain a bike seat, and it ended up not working for him. So we'll see a return on here later on because I returned it back to Amazon. I'm going to drop off the package today. So we'll see that coming back later. But I am going to buy Rain a large mouse pad for his computer, which is a little bit cheaper. So that'll be on there after. But yeah, that's it for MasterCard. So let's move on to the last part of checking in. All right, so here is my spending tracker here. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to use this spending tracker app that I've been using. I still love this thing. It is so helpful because then I can go to my transactions and I can funnel it into which category. We're just going to go by category. And then I do have my own spending tracking, expense tracking stickers, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. I made my own. So I'm just going to be going through these. Everything that I use and then some will be linked in the description box below. Anything from Etsy will have its own link, and then everything from Amazon will be through one link that will take you to my idea list that's organized in different categories that you can browse through. It may or may not be an affiliate link, I have no clue. So with that being said, let's get started. I do have these awesome, beautiful no spend stickers by Caffeinated Kate, so we're going to be using those. Okay, let's see. So let's start with cab. So I didn't use any cab money so far this paycheck. So we're going to move down to lunch money, which I always spend lunch money. So let's see, on the 8th, so I had these days off, so on the 8th when I went back to work, I spent $6.45 on lunch. I got a breakfast drink, a cream cheese Danish, and 3 hash browns. I really need to stop buying those breakfast drinks, but I always feel kind of sick in the mornings, but I don't have an appetite. So I usually buy those, but I really shouldn't. I didn't spend any lunch money on the 9th. I did work, but only for 3 hours. So I was only there for audit, so I didn't spend any money there. And then on the 10th, I spent $10.75. So I did buy Halls, which technically should have been a miscellaneous purchase, but I just kept it in my lunch money. My throat was still kind of bugging me and I forgot mine, so I just bought some at the store. I also bought a Parmesan leek pastry. They are amazing. And then 3 strips, 3 wedges. So that was a little bit too expensive. And then on the 11th, I spent $6.50. So I usually try to keep my lunches under $7. That is my goal. So on the 11th, I bought a chicken sandwich. On the 12th, I spent $8.25, so a little over where I would like to be. So for this one, I bought a Parmesan leek pastry and a chicken chipotle wrap. And then my last expense for lunch was on the 13th, and that was $5.55. And I just bought a breakfast drink and 6 hash browns. I was only here for 3 hours this day as well. I was actually able to go home a little bit earlier than I was scheduled for, so that was nice. Right, so that's it for lunch money. So next is groceries. We've only done one grocery shop, and I can't remember what this was for. So this was on the 7th, and I spent $26.50. We do need to do a little bit of grocery shopping today. We're going to go out and do that later. So that's it for groceries for now. So takeout. This expense, I did have one takeout expense. This could have been counted as miscellaneous. I don't know why I included it in takeout, but it's fine. So on the 12th, me and the little guy, when the boys picked me up from work on the 12th, Carbon wanted a Slurpee, so I went and got him a Slurpee, which was free because my drinks are free, so they just assumed it was for me, which it kind of was. We shared. And then we also got a little Oreo mini egg and a little mini chocolate bunny that was on sale because it's Easter stuff that we're trying to get rid of, so that was for $1.80. That was it for takeout, so let's move on to miscellaneous. So on the 7th at Walmart, I spent $33.19. So this was for a coloring book and then a couple Mother's Day cards. And then I had one other miscellaneous expense on the 8th. And this was at Sev, and I bought a $10 scratch ticket. We got bonus points for our Sev rewards for getting this ticket, so I figured why not. There was only one left when I got to work that day, so I bought it, and not lucky. I was like, oh, there's only one left. This is a sign. I'm going to win something, but no. I'm not usually lucky with scratch tickets, so I don't buy them very often. So that was it for miscellaneous. So next is beauty. We did actually have a beauty expense. So me and my mom went and got our nails done on the 8th, and this was her Mother's Day present, so I paid for hers as well. So between the both of us, it cost $113.40. So not too bad. It worked out to about $45 per set, and then the tip. I always tip, I think, 20%. And then let's see, that was it for beauty. So moving on to bills. We've got quite a few of those, of course. So on the 7th when I get paid on payday. That's always when I transfer my land tax to my other account. So that just technically classes as spent. It's just gone. I don't think about it. So that was on the 7th. And then I spent $86 on the 11th, but we're going to break that down into what bills got paid. So let's see, the 11th is here. So Photoshop. So that was $31. And then I also paid my HP Instant Ink. That was for $5. And then I put a $50 payment on my Walmart MasterCard as well. So that is it for bills. So next is sinking funds. So that would be payday as well. My sinking funds always get done on payday. So I put $559 towards savings. And then rollover, I include this here because it is a category, however, it never gets spent, so nothing for that. So this is all of my spending so far for this paycheck. So only have one no spend day in here. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a no spend day because we are going to be going grocery shopping later, and it's chicken sandwich day at Sev. So to support the store, we're going to go buy a couple of those and just kind of treat ourselves. So we've only got one no spend day on the 9th. Since I work so much, it's hard to have no spend days because I usually always spend money at work. Most of these, like almost all of these are Sev. Oh my goodness. All right, so one no spend day here. Not too bad. We'll have more no spend days because Wednesday is my last day of work before my vacation. So I have the 20th to the 28th off, I believe. So the 20th to the 28th. So that is going to be really nice. I am excited about that. Yeah, that is it for my spending, and that's it for my budget check-in. So we will update this and my Walmart MasterCard for the rest of this pay period when we go to close out the paycheck. So hopefully I'll see you guys in that video. If you like this video though, would you please give it a thumbs up? And if you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that way you know when I upload. But yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, take care, and hopefully I'll see you next time. All right, guys, bye!